Hello, everyone. This is Bernie Strom, and welcome to my YouTube channel. We just got finished watching a great game over at Dwayne Martz's channel. On July 7th, 1961, the Braves beat the Pittsburgh Pirates 3-2 on a walk-off Hank Aaron home run in the 10th inning. It was an exciting game. Thanks, Dwayne. I really enjoyed it. And through the miracle of our time machine here in our hobby, we're going from July 7th, 1961, all the way back to August 15th, 1912, for a game between the Boston Red Sox and the St. Louis Browns. Here we are at Fenway Park, and we got a few people checking in. Beatles is first as usual. Carlos, how you doing? Dwayne, it was a great game. Thanks for having it. I really enjoyed the ending in particular. Hank Aaron is the true home run leader, in my opinion. Anyway, back to our game here on August 15th, 1912. As you can see from the screen, if you can read it, Philadelphia A's are in first place in the American League with a record of 67-42. The Boston Red Sox are in fourth place with a record of 58-52, 9.5 games behind the Philadelphia A's, with Detroit and Washington in the middle that they're going to have to jump over if the Red Sox are going to win the American League pennant in 1912 in my replay, as they did in real life. I'm going to read you something for a second here from the opening Fenway Park with Style, the world champion 1912 Boston Red Sox by Bill Nolan. It's a great book, can be purchased on Amazon. I'm going to read to you what it says about the game on August 15th, not because of what it says about the game, but because of what the owner says about the series in the playoff race. August 15th, scoring 7 runs in the second inning, put the Sox in good stead, and even though Bedient was far from his sharpest, the spasm of savage hitting, what writing is this, saw the Bo Sox prevail over Jack Powell and the Browns 13-6. Stahl took the day off, who is the first baseman manager, and gave Clyde Engel a day to play in his stead. Engel starred on offense with a triple, a double, and 2 singles, scoring 3 times and driving in the first 2 of the 7 runs in the second inning. In 10 days, the Sox had nearly doubled their lead in the standings from 5 games to 9.5. Jimmy McCallar, who was a baseball player but the majority owner of the 1912 Boston Red Sox, then said, and this is why I'm reading it, "No ball club in the world can spot my team 10 games and catch it in 40. Well, in real life, the Red Sox were 10 games up, and here in the replay, they're 9.5 games down. So let's find out if the Red Sox are really as good as the owner says they are. Okay, let's go to the lineup screens. I did pre-play all the games ahead of time because I wanted to see the Philadelphia game. I wanted to know if I was playing to stay at 9 games back or I was going to get a chance to be 8 games back. Well, Philadelphia beat Cleveland 18-7. So the Red Sox are now playing to stay even with the Philadelphia A's. As we go to the lineup screen, I'm going to hit the computer lineup, and as you can see, Engel is playing first base. I'm really impressed that the game knows that, but it does. And Ball is playing second base. The regular second baseman is not playing today. I'm somewhat impressed. I must have set this on as played lineups. Okay, let's go down to the field. There's the national anthem, even though it will not play in the beginning of baseball games until 1918. Here in 1912, an action PC baseball it plays. Welcome to Fenway Park for today's game between St. Louis and Boston. St. Louis has lost 5 straight and 9 of their last 10. Boston has won 5 straight. Jack Powell will start for St. Louis. He's made 20 starts on the year and is 7-10 with an ERA of 2.87. His third start against Boston, he's 0-2 with a 3.52 ERA against the Red Sox. Ubedient, I believe that's how you pronounce his name, but I really don't know, will be on the mound for Boston. He's made 17 starts in the year, is 9-5 with an ERA of 3.32. His fourth start against St. Louis, he's 3-0 with a 3.67 ERA against the Browns. Center fielder Bert Schoten is riding a 14-game hitting streak for St. Louis, and second baseman Del Pratt is riding a 10-game hitting streak. It's 81 degrees, wind speed 5 miles an hour, out to right, and we have light rain.
Play ball!
And here we go. Before we start, I'm going to take a sip of water. Okay, let's go over the St. Louis lineup. We got Schoten in center field batting first, Austin at third batting second, Pratt at second batting third, Stovall at first batting fourth, Williams in right field batting fifth, Compton batting sixth and left, Daly batting seventh at short, Alexander catching batting eighth, and Powell on the mound batting ninth. In the field for the Red Sox, we have Gardner at third, Wagner at short, Ball at second. Let's see how Ball is doing in the replay. He's a 143 hitter. Engel at first. How's he doing in the replay? 288. Kerrigan catching. I got a little side note on Kerrigan. I'll read a little later in the game. Lewis in left. Speaker in center. Hooper in right. We have Ubedient on the mound. He has an ERA of 2.92. Schoten steps in, and here's the first pitch of the game. Ground ball bounced to third. Gardner gloves it. On to first. It's going to be close. He's out by, it must have been a half a step. It looks safe to me, but I'll take the out. Jimmy Austin steps in, batting 235. No home runs, 33 runs batted in. Ubedient looks in, gets the sign, throws to Austin. Bounding ball to Engel at first. He takes it all by himself, and there's 2 down here in the top of the first inning. Pratt steps in on it. Pratt is riding a 10-game hitting streak. He's batting 272, 3 home runs, 50 runs batted in. Ubedient gets the sign and throws. Bounding ball to Gardner. What a great play in the hole. Over to Engel, and there's 3 up and 3 down here in the top of the first. At the end of the first half inning, St. Louis Browns 0, Red Sox coming to bat. Want to say hello to Dwayne, Steve, Andrews in the house. Beatles, how you doing? Everybody's in there. Carlos, thank you for joining me today. And after that sip of water, Harry Hooper steps in. I got a story about Harry Hooper. We'll read you a little later in the game. I was reading today. I like to spend a little time reading about these dead ball players before I broadcast a game. I knew nothing about dead ball before Beatles introduced me to it. Now it's almost like I'm hooked. I don't want to play anything else. Okay, stepping in. Hooper on a 8-game hitting streak, batting 279, 3 home runs, 41 runs batted in. Powell looks in and throws. Base hit to center field. Schoten picks it up. Hooper rounds first, goes back in, steps on the bag. Hooper's a threat to steal as Neil Ball steps in limited action, only been up 14 times this year, batting 143. Powell checks the runner, has the sign, throws to first. Hooper's back easily. Ball goes back to Powell. He gets the sign again. Here's the pitch. There goes Hooper. Base hit into center field. No, it wasn't a base hit. That was a throw to second base. It went into center field. Hooper goes to third. Schoten throws. He's safe. And it looked like a base hit from my eyes, but it was just the throw from Alexander. Red Sox have a runner on third. Nobody out as Hooper successfully steals, and it's an error on Alexander. Ball now looking out to Powell. Powell gets the sign, checks Hooper, throws.
Strike three.
He's out. And Tris-Speaker stepping in, batting .368, 12 home runs, 86 runs batted in. Tris-Speaker was the home run leader in 1912 for the Red Sox. He's already surpassed that 10 home runs with 12, so who knows where he'll end up. Powell checks Hooper at third, gets his sign from Alexander and throws. Fly ball deep to left field down the line. Compton's going to put it away. Hooper's going to tag, score easily. There's not even a throw, and the Red Sox lead 1-0. 2 down here in the bottom of the first. Duffy Lewis steps in, batting .279, 6 home runs, 70 runs batted in. Powell has the sign. He throws to Lewis. Lewis hits the ball up the middle. Pratt makes the play. Throw to Stovall for the out. And that's the end of the first inning. Red Sox lead 1-0. Here in the top of the second, Browns have Stovall, Williams, and Compton up. Stovall hitting .227. No home runs, 36 runs batted in. Bedient has the sign and throws.
Strike three. Yeah.
1 down. Next batter, Gus Williams, the right fielder, batting .283. 2 no home runs, 12 runs batted in. He's been up 113 times. He's playing about half the season. Here's the pitch. Fly ball left field. Lewis in a couple of steps, puts it away. There's 2 down here in the top of the second. As Pete Compton steps in, the left fielder, batting .259, 2 home runs, 16 runs batted in. Bedient has the sign and throws. And there's a line drive into left field, base hit. Lewis picks it up on the hop, throws it back to Wagner. Compton rounds first, goes back to the bag. St. Louis is in business. Runner on first, 2 away. John Daly, the shortstop, hitting .250, stepping in. He's a part-time player, no home runs, 4 RBIs. Compton is a threat to steal. Bedient checks him at first, has the sign and throws. He's going. There's the throw. He's got a stolen base. He's safe. That's his 8th stolen base of the year. In part-time play, he's on second now in scoring position for Daly. Bedient checks him, checks the runner at second. He's got the sign. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Fly ball deep to center field. Speaker backing up, backing up, backing up. And that ball is gone. Something you don't see too often, a ball over that big left center field wall at Fenway Park, and the St. Louis Browns take a 2-1 lead. Bedient gets a new ball. He's staring at it like he's never seen a new ball. Gets back on the mound. Toes the rubber. He will face Walt Alexander, the catcher, 107 hitter in part-time action. Here's the 1-1 pitch, bounding ball to Gardner at third. He's up with it. He throws to first, and that's the end of the inning. At the end of 1.5, St. Louis now leads 2-1. Legends, thank you for checking in and saying hello. If you guys will excuse me for one moment, I have a small emergency. I have to answer a question. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Thank you for your patience. Here we are in the bottom of the second inning. Up for the Red Sox will be Gardner, Engel, and Wagner, 5th, 6th, and 7th hitters. In real life, they scored 7 runs. Let's see what happens in the replay. Powell has the sign, throws to Gardner. And there's a bloop into right field, and the lead runner, Gardner, is on. Williams picks it up, throws it in. Gardner's on first base with Engel stepping in. Engel batting .288 here in the replay with no home runs, 4 runs batted in. He was the star of the real game. Let's see how he does here. Powell checks Gardner at first. Powell has the sign. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Pops it up. It may be in the stands. It looks like it's in the stands along with the first baseman.
Bubble!
And we're going to have that one again as Powell checks Gardner at first. Gets his sign. Throws the 2-2 pitch to Engel. He's going to hit the ball right back up the middle. They're going to throw to first to get Engel. Gardner's going to go to second. 1 down. Runner in scoring position is Gardner. He's a threat to steal. Heine Wagner, the shortstop, .257 hitter, no home runs, 53 runs batted in, stepping in. Powell checks Gardner at second. Gets the sign from Alexander. Powell throws to second. The pickoff play was on, but Gardner got back. Let's do this all over again. Powell checks Gardner. Gets the sign from Alexander. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Bounding ball to short. Daly's up with it. Throws to Stowell for the out. Gardner holds at second. 2 away here in the bottom of the second. If they're going to score 7 runs, they're going to have to start now with Bill Kerrigan, the catcher. Bill Kerrigan batting .203. No home runs. 23 runs batted in. Powell checks Gardner at second. Here's the 3-1 pitch, and Kerrigan walks. He's at first base. There's an interesting story about Kerrigan. Kerrigan really lived up to his nickname. Kerrigan single-handedly put an end to Ty Cobb's infamous practice of sliding into home with sharpened spikes raised. In a game, he tagged the Georgia Peach hard in the face with a ball in his hand. Cobb was out and was also knocked out, and he was carried out of Fenway Park on a stretcher. Kerrigan was a good receiver and actually caught 3 no-hitters for the Red Sox. A few years later, Kerrigan was the manager. When young Babe Ruth joined the Red Sox in his first 3.5 years, the Red Sox won 2 championships. Ruth called him the greatest manager I ever played for, despite the fact that the Rough had once slugged the slugger. The only manager to win back-to-back World Series titles who is not in the Hall of Fame is Bill Kerrigan. His Red Sox won in 1915 and 1916. That's from more tales from the Red Sox dugout by Bill Nolan. Okay, that's enough of that. Runners on first and second. 2 outs. The pitcher is up. Powell has the sign. Here's the 0-2 pitch. He hits a bounding ball to Austin at third. Over to second. That's the end of the inning. At the end of 2. St. Louis 2, Red Sox 1. And so much for scoring 7 runs in the second inning. Here in the top of the third, Powell leads off, followed by the top of the order, Shotton and the third baseman, Austin. Bedient has the sign. Here's the pitch. 1 down. Schoten steps in on a 14-game hitting streak. His first time up, he grounded to third. Is Bedient's pitch. Fly ball to center field. Tris Speaker hardly has to move. Over to his left a little bit, puts it away. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the third as Austin steps in. Austin, his first time up, grounded to first. Is Bedient's pitch. Line drive, left field, base hit. Wagner could have had that, or Gardner could have had that. But it got through for the single. Austin will be at first base. He is a threat to steal as Del Pratt and his 10-game hitting streak step up to the plate. He's batting .271, 3 home runs, 51 runs batted in. He grounded to third his first time up. Obedient checks Austin at first. Here's the pitch. Austin goes to second to throw, and he's got his 19th stolen base of the year. Runner in scoring position in the name of Austin. Obedient looks in at Kerrigan, gets the sign. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Pratt. He's going to hit a line drive to shortstop. Wagner's going to put it away for the out. And at the end of 2.5, St. Louis leads 2-1. We go to the bottom of the third inning. The Red Sox have the top of the order, Hooper, followed by Ball and Speaker. Hooper's first time up, singled up the middle. Powell's throws. One away as Neil Ball steps in. Ball is first time up, struck out. Powell has the sign, the 0-1 pitch, bounding ball to short. Daly's got it. Over to first, 2 up, 2 down. As Tris Speaker steps in, Speaker batting .368, 12 home runs, 87 runs batted in. He flied deep down the left field line. It was a sacrifice fly, although not sure they were sacrifice flies in those days. Here's Powell's pitch to Speaker. Bounding ball to second. Pratt's up with it to first for the out. 3 up, 3 down for the Red Sox. At the end of 3, it's still 2-1 St. Louis. As we go to the top of the fourth, Stovall, Williams, and Compton. Stovall is 0 for 1 on the day. He struck out his first time up. He's batting .226. Obedient has the pitch. He pops it up. Kerrigan's got a beat on it, and he puts it away for the out. 1 up, 1 down as the right fielder Gus Williams steps in, batting .281. Williams flied to shallow left his first time up. Obedient's 2-2 pitch. Ground ball through the hole in the left field. Duffy Lewis picks it up, bobbles the ball. Let's see what Williams is going to do. He's going to go to second. It's a single and an error on the left fielder, Duffy Lewis. Runner on second base with only 1 away here. St. Louis leading 2-1. Compton, the left fielder, is up, batting .263. Chance to knock in a run. He lined a single between third and short his first time up. Obedient checks Williams at second, who is a threat to steal. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Compton hits a fly ball in the right center field. Hooper moving to his right, puts it away. Williams is going to tag. Here's the throw. He slides. He's safe. And now St. Louis, although having 2 away, does have a runner on third base. But rather be on third than second. You can score on a wild pitch, a pass ball, an error, which you would not been able to do from second base. Just checking the chat here. Okay, runner on third, Williams. Daly is the batter. He's batting .268. His first time up, he hit a 2-run homer over the left field wall. Obedient wants to be careful with him. Here's the 1 ball, no strike pitch. Is a bounding ball up the middle. Wagner scoops it up, throws to first, and the inning is over. At the end of 3.5, St. Louis still leads 2-1. Here we go. Bottom of the fourth inning. Lewis, Gardner, and Engel do up. Powell, looking in, has the sign.
Ball 4.
Lewis walks to first. Runner on first. No one out. Larry Gardner up, batting .321, 5 home runs, 95 runs batted in. Gardner's first time up. He signaled to right. Will he bunt? Let's find out. He does. Runners goes to second, and that's dead ball baseball. Beatles taught me something here. When I play these games, I would manage the Red Sox, so I would either press hit and run, bunt, sack, whatever I would press, I would press. I noticed Beatles was hitting C for letting the computer make the call. And I wasn't managing that well, so I decided to go there, and the computer certainly manages differently than me, but I've won more games than I've lost doing this. So thank you, Beatles, for giving me that tip. I personally would never bunt with a 321 hitter up, but I am not a dead ball expert. Powell checks Lewis at second. He takes a modest lead. He is not a threat to steal. Engel steps in, batting .283. Powell has the sign. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Engel hits a bounding ball to Austin at third, throws to Stovall at first. Lewis has to hold at second. 2 away. Runner still in scoring position as Heine Wagner, the shortstop, at .256 hitter, steps in. He grounded to short his first time up. Powell checks Lewis. Here's the pitch, 0-2 to Wagner. Ground ball right back to the mound. He flips it to Stoll for the out, and at the end of 4 innings, St. Louis leads 2-1. I do not think we're going to get a repeat of the real 13-6 game that was played on August 15th, 1912 in Boston. Okay, here we go. Top of the 5th, almost halfway through the game. Both pitchers pitching very well. Stepping in is the catcher, Walt Alexander, who's a 103 hitter in part-time action. In today's game, he's grounded to third. Median has the ball, throws, hits a fly ball to center field. Speaker coming in, puts it away for the out. 1 down in the top of the 5th. Powell, the pitcher, who's a 203 hitter. The one thing I really enjoy about dead ball is a lot of these pitchers can hit. Bedian has the sign. Here's the 2-0 pitch to Powell, and right on cue, Powell lines the ball into left field, base hit. He's going for second. He slides, he's safe, and there's a double, his 4th double of the year. Not only can the pitchers hit, they apparently can run. Runner in scoring position for the Browns here in the top of the 5th inning. The top of the lineup, Schoten, is 0 for 2 on the day. He does have a 14-game hitting streak. He's grounded to third. He's flied to center. There's only 1 away. Powell is not a threat to steal. Bedian gets the sign. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Schoten. It's going to be a bounding ball to Wagner at short. He's going to throw to first for the out. Powell is going to hold at second. And we now have 2 away with Austin stepping in, the third baseman batting .236. He's grounded to first, and he lined a single between third and short his last time up. Bedian has the sign. Is the 3-0 pitch. Austin walks. Runners now on first and second. Del Pratt, who's on a 10-game hitting streak. He's up. He's grounded to third. He's lined to short. There's 2 away. Bedian has the sign. Here's the pitch. And there's a line drive in the left field. It's down in the corner. This is trouble for the Red Sox. Lewis picks it up, throws it in. Powell scores. The throw to second. Pratt is safe. Austin goes to third, and the lead is now extended to 3-1 for the Browns. 6th hit of the day for St. Louis. The computer flashed that was a poor play for the third baseman. He could have stopped that ball going into left field, but apparently he did not. 17th double of the year for Pratt. He now has an 11-game hitting streak. Joe Stovall stops in, batting .225. He's 0 for 2 on the day. He's struck out. He's popped to the catcher. Bedian's in a jam. He's losing 3-1. He's got 2 runners in scoring position. He's got to get Stovall out, or this game can get out of hand. Here's the pitch. Bounding ball to short. Wagner to first. And there it is. The end of the top of the 5th. They get out of it pretty easily with only a run. St. Louis 3, Boston 1. As we go to the bottom of the fifth, the Red Sox have the 8th, 9, and top of the order. Kerrigan, Bedient, and Hooper due up. Powell has the sign. Kerrigan today is walked. He's batting .203 on the season. Powell throws, bounding ball to Austin at third. He's going to boot it for his 29th error of the year. Kerrigan's going to reach first. And the Red Sox are in business with the leadoff runner on. And Hugh Bedient, the .283 hitting pitcher, due up. No home runs, 7 RBIs. He grounded a third his first time up. Let's see what the computer calls. I'm betting a bunt. And there it is. Austin picks it up, throws to Pratt covering first. Kerrigan goes to second. The Red Sox have a runner in scoring position with Hooper due up. Harry Hooper, if you'll bear with me for a second, is known for something very interesting. He's said to be the first American League player to use flip-down sunglasses. He was also one of the first to employ the slide and catch that's become a common part of today's game. Anyway, those are 2 little tidbits I found out while reading today. Flip-down sunglasses and all. It was raining today in Boston. I'm not sure he had to use them. Kerrigan's on second. Hooper steps in, is batting .280. He singled up the middle, struck out in today's game. Powell checks the runner at second. Here's the pitch to Hooper. There's going to be a bounding ball to Austin at third. They got Kerrigan in a rundown. Hooper's going to be safe at first. And Pratt tags the runner out. Hooper's safe at first, and Kerrigan is out in the rundown. Okay, 2 away. There's no longer a runner in scoring position as the part-time second baseman, Neil Ball, steps in. Neil Ball has struck out, grounded to short. Hooper on first is a threat to steal. I would have him steal. Let's see what the computer does. Here's the pitch. Powell throws over to first. Hooper's back safely. Powell has the sign, checks the runner. Here's the pitch. Hooper goes. It's a pitch out, and he is out, and there's the end of the inning. At the end of 5, St. Louis is leading 3-1. I guess everybody was on the same page. If I knew he was going to steal and the computer knew he was going to steal, I guess it isn't a surprise that the computer called for a pitch out on the pitch. Top of the 6th inning, Williams, Compton, and Daly, the 5th, 6th, and 7th hitters. Williams batting .287. He's 1 for 2 today. He's flied out to left. He's grounded a single. Here's the pitch. Fly ball to center field. Speaker backing up. It's off the wall. Williams is going to go to third. And there's a leadoff triple. St. Louis is looking good today. Runner on third in the form of Williams. Bedient looks in at Kerrigan as Compton is up. Compton's a .262 hitter. Runner on third. Red Sox already behind 3-1. He's lined a single between third and short. He's flied deep to right center. I'm not sure what they're doing with the infield, but I'm playing the infield in. I don't want another run. I'm not sure that this computer wants me to do that. They didn't. There's a ground ball to second. He's going to score. See, I should have called that one. It's now 4-1. Daly stepping in. 1 out, nobody on. Daly batting .262. Daly hit a 2-run homer over the left field wall, grounded to short. That was one time I should have hit pitch instead of C. Here's Bedient's pitch. Bounding ball at second. He's going to commit his second error of the year. Daly's going to reach first. St. Louis is in business, leading 4-1. 1 out, runner at first. Walt Alexander due up. Walt is a 3 hits of the year for 30 at-bats, a 100 hitter. He grounded to third, flied to shallow right center. Daly's at first. Here's Bedian's pitch. Daly goes. There's the throw. He's caught stealing. Now there's 2 away and nobody on. Walt Alexander still at bat. Bedian throws. Bounding ball to short. Wagner's got to throw to first. Engel puts it away for the out at the end of 5.5 innings, 4-1 St. Louis. Here in the bottom of the 6th ball, Speaker and Lewis due up. I'm going to apologize to the computer. I'm going to pinch hit. Steve Yerke's a 240 hitter. Stepping in, he's going to pinch hit for ball here in the bottom of the 6th. He's the starting second baseman. Here's Powell's pitch. And he hits a ground ball to Daly at short. 1 down. Tris Speaker's up, batting .367. Speaker today has flied deep down the line and left, which scored a run. He's grounded to second. Powell has the sign, throws to Speaker. He walks him. Speaker at first. Speaker is a steal threat. Powell looks at first. He looks in at Lewis. He's going to throw over. I am going to do something different here because the last time there was a pitch out. I'm going to hit the hit button. Slow roller between first and second. Lewis is going to be safe. It's a base hit. No, he's out. Looked like a base hit on the screen as I looked down. He underhanded it to Powell, who was covering for the out. It was the equivalent of a bunt. Speaker is now at second base. 2 away. Bottom of the 6th inning. Red Sox down 4-1. Gardner stepping in, batting .321. 5 home runs. 95 runs batted in, single to right. Bunted out to first his last time up. Speaker takes his lead. Powell gets his sign. He throws. Gardner hits a base hit into right field. Speaker rounds third. Williams picks the ball up. Speaker comes home. Here's the throw. He's safe. Gardner goes to second. There is no throw, and the Red Sox have scored a run. They've cut the lead to 4-2 with Gardner in scoring position on second base. Clyde Engel, the first baseman, batting .279, stepping up. He's got a runner on second. That would sure be nice if he got a hit. He grounded to short. He grounded to third. Powell checks Gardner at second, has the sign. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Engel. And there's a fly ball to Williams in right field, moves to his right, puts it away, and it's the end of 6. Red Sox are behind. The St. Louis Browns leading 4-2. The Browns 4-7-2. The Red Sox 2-3-2. We go to the top of the 7th inning as I take a sip of water. This game's moving right along, 6 innings, about 40 minutes. This could be less than an hour. And we go to the next game. Whoever it is, if it's Beatles or whoever's going to do the next game, just put it in the chat and everyone will know, including myself. Powell, the pitcher, number 9 hitter, followed by the top of the order, Schoten and Austin. Bedian, who is pitching okay game. It's not a great game, but the Red Sox are not hitting, and they're down 4-2. Here's the pitch from Bedian. Fly ball to right. Hooper, if it was sunny out, he would have flipped his glasses down, but he didn't have to. 1 away. Top of the order, Bert Schoten on a 14-game hitting streak. He's grounded to third, flied to center, grounded to short. He'll probably have one more time besides this to extend that 14-game hitting streak. Bedian has the pitch, 0-2 pitch, fly ball to center field. It's short center field. It's pop up to Wagner. He's got it for the out. 2 down. Jimmy Austin due up. In the replay, he's batting 236. In real life, he hit 252. In the game today, he's grounded to first, line to single. He's walked. He's got nobody on. Bedian has the pitch. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Austin. Fly ball deep to left field. Lewis backing up. And he puts it away right in front of the wall. 3 up, 3 down here in the top of the 7th. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Red Sox trailing 4-2. Wagner due up. He's the shortstop for the Red Sox on a full-time basis, batting 256. In today's game, he's grounded to short and to the pitcher. Powell has the sign. He throws. There's a bloop into right field, and the Red Sox have the lead runner on. Wagner on first. Kerrigan up, followed by the pitcher Bedian, which may bring a pinch hitter, followed by Hooper. Wagner is not much of a threat to steal at first. Powell has the sign, checks the runner. Here's the first pitch to Kerrigan. It's a single into center field. Wagner's going to hold at second. Schoten throws it to Daly. The Red Sox now have the first 2 runners on, nobody out. Here in the bottom of the 7th. Bedian is a 283 hitter, so I probably wouldn't have pinch hit for him. Runners, the third baseman and first baseman are looking for the bunt. 2 runners on, nobody out. Let's not disappoint him. We'll hit the C and we'll see what he bunts. He doesn't. Fly ball to center field. Shelton puts it away. 1 down. Well, the computer didn't do what it was expected to do. As Harry Hooper steps in, batting 280, 3 home runs, 41 runs batted in. In today's game, he's singled, struck out, he's grounded to third, runners on first and second. Powell throws to Hooper, hits a bounding ball to Austin at third, to second for 1. Stovall double play. And that's the end of the inning. At the end of 7, St. Louis leads 4-2. Here in the top of the 8th inning, batters 3, 4, and 5 due up, Pratt, Stovall, and Williams. Del Pratt batting 273. On the day, he's grounded to third, line to short, and then line to double. Down the third base line that Gardner misplayed into a double. Bedian has the sign. He throws, bounding ball right back to the mound, over to first, 1 away. George Stovall batting 225. Struck out, popped to the catcher, grounded to short. Bedian looks in, gets the sign. Here's the 3-2 pitch. He puts him down swinging. And no, he doesn't. It was a called strike 3. I need to look over at the play-by-play more often. Third strikeout for Bedian on the day as Gus Williams, the right fielder, steps in, batting 239. On the day, he's flied to left, grounded a single, and tripled off the wall in right center field. Nobody on. Here's Bedian's pitch. He pops it up behind the plate. Kerrigan has it measured. He puts it away for the out. And at the end of 7.5, Red Sox still trail 4-2. Powell goes to the mound here for the bottom of the 8th inning. He will face Yerkes, Speaker, and Lewis. Yerkes came in as a pinch hitter his last time up and grounded to short. He's batting 239. Here's Powell's pitch. Bounding ball up the middle. He's going to taken by Daly, throws to first, and he's grounded to short twice. Tris Speaker stepping in. Tris Speaker at 367 flied out his first time up, grounded to second and walked in the sixth. Powell has the sign. He throws to Speaker. Bounding ball right back to the mound, over to Stovall. 2 up, 2 down as this game moves right along. Duffy Lewis stepping in, batting .278. Lewis with 6 home runs, 70 runs batted in, grounded to second, walked, and then grounded to first. Here's Powell's pitch. Lewis hits a long fly ball deep to right field. That is out of here. And I never saw a ball leave Fenway Park that fast. Lewis homers. It's his 7th home run of the year. It's 3rd against St. Louis, and the Red Sox close the lead down from 4-2 to 4-3 as Larry Gardner steps in. Boy, that ball went deep to right field. The computer says it went 373 feet. I'm not sure that was, 323 feet. I'm not sure that was 323 feet even back there in 1912. But I will take it as a home run because I'm a Red Sox fan. Here we go. Stepping in is Larry Gardner, the third baseman, a 322 hitter. He's 2 for 2 today. He singled to right. He had a sacrifice bunt, and he singled between first and second. Nobody on. Red Sox trailing 4-3. Powell looks in and throws. Gardner hits a base hit into right field. The crowd is screaming as the right fielder throws it into Pratt. Base hit, Gardner on first. Engel steps up. He's 0 for 3 on the day. Will Gardner steal? We're not sure what the manager's going to do here. He grounded to short, grounded to third, flied to center. We're going to find out as Powell checks Gardner at first. Has the sign. He throws to first. Gardner is back. And the Red Sox are sending up a pinch hitter, Olaf Hendrickson. He's a 300 hitter. He is also a 300 hitter as a pinch hitter. He's a left-handed batter. Powell's a right-handed pitcher. Powell checks Gardner at first. 0-2 to Hendrickson. He hits a base hit in the right field. Williams picks it up on a hop. Gardner's going to go to third. Here's the throw. Here's the slide. He's safe. And the Red Sox have runners on first and third with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th inning. There's already a run in as Heine Wagner, the shortstop, a 258 hitter, steps in with runners on first and third. He's grounded to short, grounded to the pitcher. He's singled to right center in the 7th. A single here would tie the game. Powell's still on the mound for the Browns. He's got the sign, checks the runners. Here's the pitch. And there's a fly ball to right field. Williams plants under it. He's got it, puts it away for the out. The Red Sox threaten to tie the game, but they only catch up by 1 run. At the end of 8, St. Louis 4, Red Sox 3. At the top of the 9th inning here, Bedian still on the mound for the Red Sox. Compton, Daly, and Alexander due up. Compton hitting .260 on the day. He lined a single, flied out, grounded to second. Here's Bedian's pitch to Compton. And there's a bloop in the right field. Is going to be a base hit. Compton's going to be on first base as Hooper throws it into Yerkes. The leadoff runner's on as Daly steps in, batting .256. He hit a gigantic 2-run homer over the left field wall in the 2nd inning, grounded to short. He was safe on an error, is that what it said? Grounded to second, safe on an error his last time up. Compton takes a short lead. Stahl is at first base. He has replaced Engel, as I see here. Bedient checks the runner. Here's the pitch.
Ball four. Take your base.
And St. Louis has a rally going. Runners on first and second. Nobody out. Bedient's second walk of the day. Walt Alexander, the catcher, batting .097. Steps in. He's grounded a third fly to shallow right center. Grounded to short. Not much of a chance there's going to be a double steal, but there possibly will be a bunt. Let's find out. Here's the pitch. Ground ball between short and third. The force play to Yerkes for one. Over to first. He's going to be safe. And there's a fielder's choice for Alexander. The St. Louis Browns now have runners on first and third. One out. The pitcher Powell, batting .213, is up. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna. I don't want to. I'm gonna play the outfield normal. I'm gonna play the corners in. I'm gonna try to get the runner at the plate if there's a hit to first and third on a double play. If there's a ground ball, the second is short. Bedient has the sign. Here's the 1-2 pitch to the pitcher. And I'm going to read this. He hits a line drive towards first. Stahl catches it. He's going to dive to first to double up Alexander. That was a good call by me, but how he caught a line drive playing in for the bunt is beyond me. As we go to the bottom of the ninth, Red Sox trail 4-3. I wish I could read as fast as that play develops on the field. As I take my final sip of water for the day, Red Sox trying to tie this game up. Kerrigan, Bedient, and Hooper due up. Be interesting to see if the computer's going to pinch hit for the pitcher. Powell has the sign, throws to Kerrigan. And we're going to do it all over again. 0-2 count. Kerrigan fouled it off. Here, Powell winds and fires. Bounding ball to first. Stovall has it. He beats Kerrigan to the bag. One down here in the bottom of the ninth. Bedient steps in. We're not going to know if they're going to pinch hit for him until after I hit the C. I don't think I want to wait. I want to pinch hit for him. Let's see who's going to pinch hit. There we go. Marty Krug, a .429 hitter, is stepping in to face Powell. Powell has the sign. Here's the pitch to Krug. Bounding ball to short. Daly picks it up. Over to first. The Red Sox are down to their last out. Harry Hooper, the top of the order. Hooper's got 3 home runs, 41 runs batted in, batting .279. The Red Sox last hope. On the day, he singled, struck out, grounded to third twice. Here's Powell's pitch. Hooper hits a fly ball to center field, short and steps in, puts it away for the out, and the game is over as the St. Louis Browns defeat the Boston Red Sox 4-3. The Red Sox fall to 10 games behind the Philadelphia Phillies in the race for first place with 40 games left to go in the year. That is a tall order. I do not think we're going to repeat what happened in real life. Let's go to the box score. For the visiting St. Louis team, Williams and Compton both went 2 for 4. Daly, the shortstop, knocked in 2 runs. For the Red Sox, they only scored 3 runs. One of them was an impressive home run. from Duffy Lewis. That ball left the park faster than any ball I've seen in a long time. In fact, it's faster than any ball I've seen leave the park in the dead ball era. Over to the pitching stats, which will be a lot more interesting. Both pitchers pitch complete games, and Powell is now 8-10. He allowed 8 hits, 3 runs, only 2 earned. Struck out 2, walked 3, and he threw 150 pitches. Bedient, who lost, is now 9-6. He allowed 8 hits, the same as Powell, but he allowed 4 runs, all earned. Both pitchers allowed a home run. He struck out 3 and walked 2. Red Sox were 3-8-2. They lose to St. Louis, so 4-8-2. As we go over to the standings, we see that Philadelphia is 67-42, Red Sox 58-53, 10 games back. Doesn't look good for the Red Sox. We'll be back here on the channel probably over the weekend with another game as the Red Sox try to defy the odds and make that 10-game climb into first place. I'm going to end here in a minute just by going over the American League leaders. We have Ty Cobb batting .417 for the Tigers, leading the league in batting. Speaker is 4th at .366. Gardner 9th at .324. Muller for Washington, 13 home runs. Zinn for the New York Yankees at 12, tied with Speaker for 2nd in home runs. Crawford for Detroit, 123 for the RBIs. And, of course, Philadelphia in first place. They would have a lot of RBI men on their team. Pitching-wise, ERA, Walter Johnson leads it with a 164. Woods at 247. Hall at 289. Smokey Joe Woods still leads in wins. He lost the second game of a doubleheader last night. He could have been at 20, but they lost a 13-inning game to these St. Louis Browns 6-5. Wood is 3rd in strikeouts. Hall is on a 6-game winning streak. And the all-star team, this is what I don't understand. The Red Sox are 2nd in hitting, 2nd in pitching, 3rd in team fielding, but 4th in the standings. I don't get it, but that's just the way it is, although Philadelphia is 1st in hitting and 3rd in pitching. The all-star team, as you see here, is loaded with Detroit Tigers and Philadelphia A's. And as far as the Cy Young Award goes, Walter Johnson's leading, Ty Cobb is leading in MVP. There we have it from August 15th, 1912, from Fenway Park in Boston. I'd like to thank everybody for joining me today. And I will probably be on the channel with a game from 1950 in the next couple of days. I will post that information on my Facebook page. In the meantime, I hope everyone has a wonderful day today and have a nice evening watching all these games on the channels. It's been a lot of fun. I'd like to thank Legends Al, Red Sox fan, who just stopped in. I'd like to thank Andrew R.W. And as you can see, I'm looking to the right as reading the names: Dwayne Carlos, Steve Tate, and of course, Beatles, the guy that got me started in this. Thank you very much, Andrew R.W. I think I've got everybody. There was a lot of chatter here in the chat today. Anyway, Carlos, thank you for coming in. This is the first time I think you've checked out one of my games. Thank you very much. Hope everyone has a wonderful evening, and I will catch you all later.